to the art room at Cedar Lane. I know a lot of you have been wondering what Cedar Lane looks like and where is this other school that I teach at besides Gorman and Fulton. And so today I'm going to take you on a tour of Cedar Lane. You're going to meet some of my Cedar Lane friends, and you're also going to see some of the really cool tools that we use here at Cedar Lane. Now Cedar Lane is a school for students who have severe disabilities. So some of my students may not be able to talk to you, but they can through their iPad, or a lot of times we have choice cards, and they can talk to you with their choice cards as well. And they also, some of them might use a wheelchair to get around. But you know what? They're kids just like you and they're human beings just like you and I. And they still like to do the same things you do. They still love to come to art class. They still love to go to music. And they also love to get outside and do fun things, activities outside, like in PE. So today I'm going to take you on a tour of Cedar Lane, and we're going to see what a day at Cedar Lane looks like. So to start, I'm going to show you the art room, or I should say the fine art room, because Cedar Lane has two art rooms. We have the fine art room, which is where I am right now, and we also have the big art room. And normally my big art room would be for my inclusion classes, where my Fulton students will bus ride up to Cedar Lane to have art class with my Cedar Lane students. But this year with COVID, we aren't be able to do that. So I teach virtually from the fine art room. And I teach high school in the morning from here. And well, I'm gonna show you guys around, and I'm also going to show you maybe some tools that I use. Alrighty, let's get to it. So this is the fine art room. And there's the hallway you come down to get to it. And this room is shared between me and Mrs. Hutton, the music inclusion teacher. And she is fabulous. So this half is for music. You guys can see there are tables and chairs because she also teaches high school in the morning. And then she teaches the inclusion class virtually to Fulton from here. And then here is my art side of the room. And again, I teach high school in here in the morning. And then as you can see, I teach the Fulton inclusion here later. Normally the dot cam would be over here, but I'm missing a wire for it, so I need to get that changed. My chalkboard with all my choice things. I usually project onto this whiteboard. And then behind it are all my choice cards. And then I have my drying racks back here and all of my cabinets, smocks, and supplies. And then I have my closet with all my art supplies. Alrighty, so first I wanted to show you guys some tools that we use here at Cedar Lane. One of them is a color strip. So these are Velcroed on, and normally I would have my Fulton students hold them in front of a Cedar Lane friend, and they can then pick the color they want to use. You can also use a color strip like this, and they can point to, or use a expo marker to also circle what they want. There are choice chart seats, so they could point to want or need, and then they could point to what it is that they need or want. I also have this handy dandy clipboard that's kind of propped up. So for a lot of my students who are in wheelchairs, we can clip their paper down, and then we can put this on their tray on their wheelchair, and they can then make art, or if they wheelchair up to the table, it's a little bit easier for them to reach and paint or draw on this than on the actual table. So that is helpful, and it also then the paper won't move around. We really like stencils here. So stencils are a really great thing for my Cedar Lane friends who may struggle staying in the lines or coloring, so they can always use stencils, which are really great. We have, both of these things are for, they are pencil holders and paintbrush holders. So I can put a paintbrush in here and then adjust these screws to hold it in place. And then this is a lot easier for my friends to hold than, say, a regular pencil or paintbrush. And then I have a roller, a texture roller. A student can easily roll this through the paint and then roll on the paper. I have stampers. A stamper is also another really great thing to have. A couple other things. I have these spring back scissors, so if you adjust this, the scissors will spring, they will automatically open, so they're a little bit easier to use because some of my students struggle opening them. Paint sticks, really fun, easy way to paint. It's almost like a glue stick. I can even put this in my holder and a student can easily paint. And then I have different sized ones. I even have like a really big one. So those are great too. So those are some of the tools that we like to use here at Cedar Lane. And now I'm gonna show you more around the school. All right, leaving from the fine art room, we'll go to the entrance part of the school. And the lines on the floors to show which side to walk up and which side to walk down. Oh, here we have the cafeteria, which students are not using. They're eating in their rooms right now, but they pick up their food from there. And we have lots of really great artwork all around the school that the other art teacher, Miss Lissy, which some of you have met, has done. So there's our Clint work, mural, and the front entrance, and the main lobby. So here is the front office. And here's Miss Kim.
Good morning.
And Miss Kim, what do you love most about Cedar Lane?
I love all my students and how excited they get to come and learn.
Yes, we all love to learn here.
Yes.
Well, thank you for showing us your office, Miss Kim.
You're
It looks
welcome.
very nice and organized. All right, we'll move on to the next room. So we just came from the main office. Again, looking at all of the great artwork. We're gonna take a right down the hallway. We're gonna travel down. And we have the activity room, or the gym. And I think Miss Jody is in, so we're gonna see if we can get to. So here is Cedar Lane's gym, and it's set up a little differently right now because of COVID and hybrid. And then this is Miss Jody.
Hi.
She's our PE teacher at Cedar Lane. And Miss Jody, do you want to tell the kids about maybe what gym class looks like here at Cedar Lane? And
Sure. How are you? We all go through some different things. So our class looks a lot like your class probably. They're a lot smaller, so we have a lot less students in it, which works out because you can see it's a little bit smaller in here. It looks different right now. There wouldn't normally be this many desks in here, but students can come in and find their own space. And then we have some open space for activity over there, as well as different individualized stations here. And you see it's all set up here with COVID to make sure that after students use it, we can tell them don't use it so it can get cleaned. But we do a lot of the same activities. We play different sports just like you do here. We might have different equipment. It might look different. We might be changing things, but we'll play baseball and soccer and basketball. I've got basketball hoops set up around. different ones and arcades we can do. We have a foosball table, which is pretty fun in the corner, so we can do all different kinds of sports, trampolines. We do fitness just like you do. They come in, they do different laps, movements, dancing. So we do a lot of the same things you would do playing games in your PE class. So it just looks a little bit different because it's smaller, and I build a lot of equipment. So we have lots of different fun equipment, which hopefully in the next year or so you can see some of.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And Miss Jody, what do you like most about Cedar Lane?
I like all the different people that come through. So we have students that are ages 3, so we have really young, all the way up to students that are 20 and 21. So I get to teach everyone in the school, and I get to meet all these different people and have all the staff come through, and we just have such an amazing group of teachers and staff and students here. Just the uniqueness of everyone and learning something new about everybody else.
All right, so the cool thing about Cedar Lane is we have a pool for our students, and Miss Jody and Miss Megan usually teach swimming, and Miss Jody's going to tell us a little about swimming at Cedar Lane.
Hi, yeah, so this pool's a little bit different. It's more like what they call a therapy tank. So it is about 96 degrees in there, so it's very warm. So when you get in, you don't get that cold rush. We keep it that warm because it really helps a lot of our students who need the warmth to relax their bodies and to help with their muscles. So this pool is used not only to teach swimming skills to a lot of our students, but also for water therapy, to help stretch students, to do some physical therapy you might have heard of. But there's also aerobics, and we do swimming. So students learn, you'll see there's a nice ramp that we can go in, and students can walk down that ramp, but we also have special wheelchairs that can go in the water. So
that's
we
really
have
cool.
like, they're made out of like a PVC pipe and plastic so that we can take students down the ramp. We can show you those too. And they can go down in them, and then we can get them off their chairs in there. So that's a lot safer. There's also different ways we can put them in through using a chairlift. But the pool really allows for students to have such a different access to their environment. So students that are in wheelchairs a lot during the day can get in the pool and be free. We see a lot of improved just behavior. Think of how you feel when you're in the pool. So it often can make you happy. We also want to teach it for safety. Sometimes students, and maybe many of you, have never even been in a pool. So we get the opportunity here to help people learn how to be safe around water and how to keep themselves safe and how to play and have fun and enjoy it while learning important skills.
Yes, perfect. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if we could see one of the wheelchairs, that would be really cool.
So this is our locker room. You see it's very open, so it can fit lots of wheelchairs or students or adults to help. And then we have different kinds of chairs that can go in. So these ones can be laid down, so students can be reclined. You see they're all plastic and mesh, so they can go in the water and they can get wet. We have littler ones for smaller students, right? We have all the way up to bigger ones. And then we also have these are like wheelchairs.
That is so cool.
It's all plastic, so they can sit. We can have little seat belts to be safe. And we can take this right down the ramp so that students can get in the pool safely. And then we can get in and out, we can get out that way, and we can use it. So there's all different kinds. There's other kinds we have in other places, and change it. So it's a really nice opportunity to get everybody in the pool.
Now, do you kind of weigh down so that they kind of go along the bottom, or do they float?
As soon as they're way down with the students in it, but then once you get the student out, they will kind of float. So we tend to take them out of the pool after that, and then at the end of class, we'll bring them back in. The students will get back in their chairs, and then we'll bring it up.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, so they're pretty nice.
Thank you for showing
You're
us.
welcome.
Hello, I'm Mr. Owens. I'm the principal at Cedar Lane. I've been here for a long, long time, probably since before some of the Fulton students were born. Probably like, I think 14 years I've been here. I just love this school because of the great staff members and the great students. We do amazing things every day. Just watch. Thank you so much for working with our students and for being here at Cedar Lane.
Oh, yes. And now we're going to move on and we're going to see the other part of the school. But thank you, Mr.
Sure.
Owens, for showing us around. Oh, we love the fish. Do you know anything? Was that worked on from past students?
Yeah, the fish is actually the sculpture came from the Inner Harbor. They had a contest a couple years ago
Oh, that is so cool.
to decorate fish, and that was a leftover fish that one of our former parents found, brought it to us, and our students created every single scale
Oh, that's beautiful.
in the art room, and they decorated it.
Oh, that is awesome.
It's dedicated to one of our former students.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I think that was in the paper a number of years ago too. If you
Oh, I bet you I can find it online.
if you get online and Google Cedar Lane, you'll find all kinds of interesting articles about us and what we do.
Oh,
And the
great.
fish was in a Baltimore Sun article, I believe.
Oh, cool. I will have to share that with them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Owens.
Sure.
All right, we're going to go explore the school some more.
You gonna show 'em?
All right, guys. So the cool thing, Cedar Lane has a horticulture room. And the horticulture room is for high school students. And they learn all about plants and agriculture and planting and how to take care of plants, how to pick them, and like for vegetables and fruits. We have a fridge. So some of you may have seen, like maybe in a flower shop, you'll keep your flowers inside the like a lower temperature fridge to keep them nice and fresh longer. And the really cool thing, oh, I'm so excited to show you guys this. So let me get in the back here. Here's a eye washing station, always important, just in case you get some dirt in your eyes. We have a greenhouse. And this is the coolest thing ever. So students can learn how to water plants, take care of them. We have plant sales. Now right now the plants are looking a little sad because our water system is broken. So they need a good watering. But students learn all about agriculture and how to take care of plants and how to grow things, how to pick them, when to trim them in the fall. Really fun stuff. And I'll go back out into the room. We'll show you around. So you have a plant potter station, all these big pots, big sinks to water things, nice lab tables, outlets that pull down. Oh, the front room, I think this is super cool. So say the teacher was showing how to do something on the table here, but we can't fit everyone around this table. But that's okay because there's a mirror and you can see exactly what the teacher's showing on the table. Pretty cool. So that is the horticulture room. Now, we're gonna move on to another room in Cedar Lane that I think is super cool. All right, guys, so here we are in the library. And there's Miss Kathy.
Hi.
Hello. Do you want to show us your library and maybe
Sure.
your favorite things about it?
Welcome to the library. This is the nonfiction section. For our students, sometimes it's a little more difficult for them to understand what's in each section. So we have cards that show you what kind of books are in each section, and we can use them so students can choose what kind of book that they'd like. And then also, since this is about trains and cars and things, we have objects at the top that students can touch and interact with
Perfect.
so that they'll know what each book or section of books is about.
Oh, that's perfect.
So
I love that. Super neat. And do you have any other favorite parts of the library that you would like to show?
actually over here, we have special sections of books. So students who maybe don't have as much vision as other students could pull something out. And these books have textures in them.
Oh,
So there's the
nice.
furry part for the squirrel's tail.
Oh, that's perfect.
So we
So
have
they
those
can
kind
see
of
it, so
books
like for
here.
our students who are blind,
Right. And
can
then
still read their books.
this is another one that had some textures with it.
Oh, so fun.
And then parts of it you can pull or flip pages. So there are different things to do in the books.
Awesome. That
And
is
then
so
this section down here has sounds.
Oh, that's
So here's an ocean book. And this one needs a new battery.
Yep, they always
That
run out.
happens. But yeah, we have some.
Oh, that's
Let's see if the
great.
other one works. It's been a year. No, they both need new batteries.
Aw,
That happens when we're away for almost a year.
yeah. But that's awesome that they have sounds in them for
Yeah.
students who struggle with reading.
And then students who have trouble turning pages, I have what are called board books.
Mm-hmm.
So the pages are cardboard, so it makes it easier for them to turn the
A
pages.
little bit thicker for them.
Mhm.
Do you also have ones with big print too?
I don't have a lot with big print, but what I do have are these books, which actually have textures on them
Oh,
and braille.
oh, that is so cool.
So each page has the words, but also has braille below it.
Oh, so our students can read still. That's awesome.
So, and then we have fun things like puzzles.
Oh,
So we have
that's my favorite thing.
Pieces that you put in, and 100-piece puzzles up to 100 pieces.
Oh, that's great.
And then those books over there are fiction books. They have blue dots on them. So basically the whole library is color-coded for our students, so they can put the books back into the right color section too.
Oh, that's always good. They gotta take it and put it back right in the right spot. That's awesome. And then Miss Kathy, what's your favorite part about Cedar Lane?
My favorite part about Cedar Lane is that every day is different. Every student is different, and I just like the variety of students and working with all different kinds of people.
Me too, me too. Well, thank you so much for letting us see your library and
Thanks
spend
for
some
coming
time.
by.
Yeah. Now, well, I guess we gotta go to music.
All right.
Alrighty.
Enjoy it.
All right, guys, we're gonna see the music room at Cedar Lane. And here we are, and here's Miss Denise. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Would you love to show the kids your music room and maybe some of
Sure.
the musical instruments you use?
Sure. Well, I love my piano. I got a really fancy piano, which I love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very nice instrument. Well, so a lot happens in the front of the room. We have the schedule of what we're doing for the day.
Ooh, I love that.
And we have our 4 words here that we use. And if you're looking, you might notice that there's leprechauns all around the room because we've been
Oh my
talking
goodness.
about that. We've been talking about St. Patrick's Day. And we have been hunting for leprechauns.
Oh, I love that.
And we've been playing some fun Irish instruments like the spoons.
Ooh, I love that.
Fun. And we had out one of our bass bars today, which I love. Has a real low, deep sound.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
And what else do we have? Well, if you look around, you might see a few more leprechauns.
Oh, I see them. Oh my goodness. And St. Patrick's Day is on Wednesday. I hope everybody wears green.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to get pinched.
That's right. And our friends sit at the tables.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about all the different parts of music. I have my pieces of music. We talk about all these different elements.
Oh, I love
and
that.
Music from around the world. And
Oh, I love your Merv map. Oh, and these pieces come off, right?
yes, so we change it depending on what we're doing. Oh, for that, yes. We talk about, and he's not up today, but we have our In the Spotlight composer, and then we talk about where in the world he's from.
Oh, that's awesome. So
Sometimes we do
fun.
our drum circles where everybody gets a drum and we play different rhythms,
That's so great.
and that's about it.
Oh, I love it. Now, Miss Denise, what's your favorite part about Cedar Lane?
Well, I love the students here. I love that I get to work with little guys and hunt for leprechauns,
Uh-huh.
and work with high school students and play drums and do drum circles.
Oh, I love
But I
that.
love our students here. Our friends here love music. They love coming to music. They get excited about it, which gets me excited too.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of my favorite things.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Denise. And we'll go see the rest of the school.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping by
Yeah.
music.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I wanted to show you guys, I forgot, right across from the art room and the music room, we have a seating area, but as we go down to elementary school, we have really fun bikes and trampolines to help give our kids movement breaks. And so a lot of times you'll see some of our kids riding scooters and bikes down the hallway as a movement break. And then we also have those for high school students as well. Alrighty, let's move on to the next room. Alright guys, this is the other art room here at Cedar Lane. And here is Miss Lissy, the other art teacher here at Cedar Lane.
Hello.
And Miss Lissy, do you want to tell them about your room, what materials you like to use? And
Sure. Well, this is the art room. It currently looks a little different because of our virtual learning. So normally this isn't right in the middle of everything. But I do have a cart with a projector because this is our projected screen. And so under normal circumstances, the projector might project, our lesson for the day or your team tables or, whatever we need you all to see. These tables are normally here, but it's arranged a little differently.
yeah.
And then we have our sinks over there, and we have our big sink over here. And then this is my usual, this is where I am because all of our paint is here. And we have paint sticks and watercolor paints, and I would say this is probably my favorite place in the art room because it's messy and I love paint.
Oh, me too. And I'm sure all the kids love to paint too.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that you don't always get to do at home because sometimes parents don't like messy stuff. So I love to be able to paint in here. Let me show you my other favorite place in the art room. This is all supplies and materials. But this place I really love, and really most people don't have anything like this at home. This is our kiln room and clay room, and you can see we left right in the middle of projects last year. So there's a lot of stuff. It's kind of a mess in here because we just had to pack up and run.
But that's okay. They can see all the cool supplies.
Yeah, and I don't know if you get to see a kiln all the time, but that's where all of our clay goes to be fired.
Yeah, it looks like a beehive.
Yeah. And
There's
we've
the
got all our
shelves.
clay materials, and these rollers are some of my favorite because you can use them on clay and paint and all kinds of stuff. And then we've got all kinds of fun materials.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Super
this
fun.
is a great room. And this is a place you don't ever really get to go. So you get a sneak peek by being able
We
to
get
come
behind
in
the
here.
scenes. That's super cool.
Yeah.
And I showed them earlier the horticulture room. And so we were making plant holders for the plants that we take care of in that room as well. So that's kind of cool how we work together.
Yeah, that was a really fun collaboration.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then I got to take home 400 air plants. We ended up having to leave in such a hurry. So.
You now have more oxygen in your house.
Yes, I definitely do.
No COVID for you.
We did not all 400 of them survive, I will confess. It was really hard to take care of 400 air plants, but
That's okay.
I did my best.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for showing us your art room, Miss Lissy. And Miss Lissy, what is your favorite thing about Cedar Lane?
Let's see. My favorite thing about Cedar Lane, I think, is just the diversity. We have a big, diverse staff. We have a diverse group of students. We get to have inclusion kids come up here. So we have friends with disabilities. We have friends with, general bodies.
Yes, yeah.
Our staff is all very different culturally, age-wise, ability-wise. And so I get to learn a lot about what other people can do and how they see the world. And I think that's because I am specifically here where we have so many different perspectives. And so I get to learn a lot.
Oh, I love that. And we all like to learn and look at the world a different way than everyone else. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lissy, for taking...
It's my pleasure.
Yes.
Thanks for stopping by. I
Yes.
can't wait to see you friends in person.
Yes, and hopefully next year we will. Alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you really liked the tour of Cedar Lane. It's really big school. And again, we teach ages 3 to 21. So that's why we have so many classrooms and so many teachers and such a great staff. And it's super fun. And I hope that in the future that you guys will actually get to come physically to Cedar Lane and see it for yourselves. And hopefully that will happen after everyone is vaccinated and COVID is gone. And I will hope to see you again here in person. But for now, I hope you really liked the tour. And if you have any more questions or comments, just reach out to me and I'm happy to answer them and show you even more things if you're curious about it. Alrighty, but for now, that's the end of the video. I will see you guys next time.